back to this week's adventure, where Brett and I have made it to Traverse City, Michigan, the cherry capital of the world. After hopping back in our van, John Van Jovi and March, we made our way from California to Michigan, the long way. First up was the state of Arizona, where we stopped off at the Grand Canyon to walk from the rim to the base, watch sunset from the top of Camelback Mountain in Phoenix. We visited two national parks, the Petrified Forest and the Saguaro National Park. We also went and saw a crater, not just any crater, but a meteor crater, the Barringer crater. We also found ourselves stopping along many of the towns along Route 66. When leaving California, our plan this year was to get to Michigan and to head along Route 66. We lived in Missouri, part of Route 66 in 2020, 2021 and 2022 while we were working, and we got to do a little bit of Route 66, but decided this year, why not head from California through Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas and Missouri, then finish up in Chicago, which was actually the start of the highway. So the highway that runs from Chicago, Illinois, through to Santa Monica, California, covers a total of 2,448 miles. So we had so much fun along our journey, finding some of the historic Route 66 towns, some thriving, others completely dilapidated. I had a list of sites to stop at, from towns to signs to old motels that are a must-see, to quirky attractions, and just to experience the famous highway of Route 66. Along our way, we learned a lot about the historic road. It was actually established and opened up to vehicles in 1926. We also learned that Route 66 was officially decommissioned in 1985, which of course it impacted countless businesses and communities along the road when the 5 new interstates replaced US 66. For us, experiencing Route 66 with its towns, museums, roadside stops and people has been a dream fulfilled on our road trip to Michigan this year. How exciting! We have arrived into Traverse City just in time for their annual Cherry Festival. As I said, they are the cherry capital of the world. So, with it starting tomorrow, we decided to jump on our bikes today and explore what the area has to offer. We have set out our very own itinerary, heading from Traverse City through to Suttons Bay along the cycleway. First stop coffee, then a brewery, then a winery, a cheese creamery, before finishing at a cidery with the most amazing views over Lake Michigan. So Brett has set this out, so you need to follow us along today and see how our itinerary, or Brett's itinerary, works out. Wait till the end to see how happy I am about it all, and to see if it's a must-do while here in Traverse City. We have cycled out this morning, and we cycled out to the town of Suttons Bay. Had a beautiful coffee there at the one coffee shop that was open, because it's Wednesday today and not everything's open, but never mind, it was still good. And we are going to visit, first up is Hop Lot. Okay, we're about to find out if they're as good as they say. Number 2 beer garden in the country, voted by Reader's Choice. I do say it is deserving of its number 2 status in the USA of a beer garden. This is amazing. Look at it. So there's a nice little lot out the back there for the kids, like a big sand pit for the kids to play in. There's an outdoor food and outdoor beer tent, and then this building in the back here is actually the hop house. So you can go in there too, but you can also order outside. Nice little stage here for musicians, I suppose, on certain nights. Fantastic. Cheers. So we've arrived at Black Star Winery. Gorgeous entrance. So we did have to go on road for 3/4 of a mile. And yes, there were some decent hills, but we haven't got e-bikes and they weren't that hard. What goes up must come down, so literally use the downhill to get up the next uphill. So not too hard at all. Well worth coming here. And here from Traverse City you can take different bike tours. This one in particular is the Grand Traverse bike tour. Either that or you just listen to my itinerary that I am giving in this vlog. Just admit, this is the first time I've come to a winery that has so much information about the location, their vineyards, the grape variety they have here, the harvesting when it goes on, how they do it, the crushing, the pressing, fermentation. Unbelievable. Have never seen this, and we've been to a lot of wineries throughout the world. We've decided on getting a flight of 4, which is $15. Wow. So I got all whites, and as you can see, pretty good all reds. And we just found out you actually get to take a glass home with you as well. How about that? John's going to get 2 more glasses in his van today. Right, so we're at our 3rd stop, which is Leelanau Cheese. And we're about to go inside and check this out. Now, we did have to go on a main road with cars doing, what speed would they have been doing around us?
55 miles.
55 miles. But I will get a photo and add to this, I'm sure, that the bike lane is very wide. So, and it was about 0.4 of a mile. It wasn't very far at all. So no need to panic on that one. Disclaimer that this cycle that we've put together is not for children, and probably get an e-bike because not everyone likes hills as much as Brett and I do. So we're just gonna look past Brett here, and this is the hill you do have to go up to get to the cidery from the cheese. So again, disclaimer here, e-bike is needed for most people. Take my advice. We don't have an e-bike, but we're getting to the top of this sucker. So we parked our bikes here, we got up that hill, and we actually parked our bikes here. What I'm loving about our bikes being parked here, we are, Brett just said it if you heard him, we are the only non-e-bikes here. All these other bikes are e-bikes. Cheers. And we're back. Oh, what a day. What did we do today? We had 1 winery, 1 cheesery, 1 cafe, 1 cidery,
And a brewery.
and 1 brewery. That's right. So what did we come home with? We have come home with my hat. I'm not so sure. We got some very nice, it's called black truffle cheese spread. So it's sort of like I reckon it's like a mascarpone and sour cream mixed together, or cream cheese mixed together. It was beautiful. A bit of sour with a bit of truffle. And then, because we do love truffle, we also got some of this, which is just a black truffle cheese. Now, this was from the Leelanau cheese creamery that we went to. All cow's milk. And then, unbeknown to Brett, I did bring another thing home. So when we were at the winery, they did tell us that we could bring home a wine glass each for a souvenir. So I brought home one wine glass just so I could drink out of the glass tonight instead of our stainless tumblers. We rode 45 kilometres today to do all of that, and it was quite hilly as well. So my advice would be at the end of this is we had a great time. We can certainly do it without e-bikes. My advice would be, one, get e-bikes, but probably the better piece of advice, just get a driver and drive to all the wineries and all the cideries and all the breweries. It's amazing up here actually. It's really, really cool. Very cool. So today is the Cherry Festival opening day, and we're lucky enough to park John up this morning at 4:30 in the morning. We woke up and decided to come get this car park because we knew how it was going to play out, that people are just going to be everywhere, and they are. So today there's an air show going on at the moment. If you can just see, maybe there's a whole lot of helicopters in the sky, all the army helicopters. And then later, I think it's called the Blue Wings jet fighters, I think they are. So looking forward to seeing that. So our week at Traverse City and doing the Cherry Festival has taken a slight turn. Yeah, we spent the weekend there and we did the air show both days. We took a great look around and we did the classic cars, the markets, and then yeah, this is what happened. Here I'm on my paddleboard. May need to inflate it a little bit more for next time, and Brett's using Karen and Gary's paddleboard. So this lake is called Manistee Lake, and it's a bit of a smaller lake. Beautiful day, and we haven't actually explained, but we met Karen and her daughter Kathleen and her two children on Friday, I think it was, at one of the beaches at Lake Michigan, and yeah, they invited us to come out to their lake house. So we've come to their lake house, and they have invited us to use their outside house, or I think they call it Cottage B. Yeah, how about that for hospitality? Fantastic. and we thought we might as well take the chance today because it's beautiful here. It's been a bit windy yesterday and the day before on the lake. Take our chance to get out here and yeah, do a bit of paddling. I do have to add, this is Brett's first time on a paddleboard and he's doing pretty well. Have you fallen in?
Yes.
Once. Just once. Brett's doing sensational. Like I said, he's got Karen's board, a lot sturdier board than mine and heavier. Mine's just the blow up one, of course. Oopsie! I heard a splash. Man overboard. It is so warm, this water. So this particular lake, Manistee Lake, is the deepest is about 10 foot. So yeah, she gets really lovely and warm in summer and freezes over pretty quickly in winter. Big day, Jonesy.
Big day, Rachie.
We're off on a cycle. How big a cycle today, Mr. Brett?
We're lucky enough, it's only 48 miles. Normally, if we were doing this by ourselves without our happy friend Karen, we'd be doing 96 miles. But they've agreed to pick us up at the end, so we cycle one way today.
How cool is that? So we're here at Gaylord and we're going to start the cycle track from here. And like Brett said, we're going out just on 50 miles. It'll probably be time we do our little extensions sometimes that we do. So 50 miles equates to about 80 kilometres. So she's a big day, Jonesy. Here we go. Bikes are all ready. And this is a beautiful little park that we've just parked in here at Gaylord. How gorgeous is this? So welcome to Gaylord. And this is the trail that we are going to do today. So that's the whole entire, the North Central State Trail. This is the map of what they call North Michigan. And yesterday we did some of this Iron Bell Trail. And today we were up here at Gaylord. So we're going to go from Gaylord all the way up here to Sheboygan. And that's where Karen and Gary are going to pick us up. So at least we can do that all in one day and we don't have to do our usual up and back. This map actually shows us two of the Great Lakes. So you've got Lake Huron, or Horan, I hopefully you're saying that right, Lake Huron, and Lake Michigan, just at the top here. And Mackinac City and Mackinac Island is just up to the top that we are going to get to at some stage. And again, these are all your trails. And the actual North Central State Trail runs for 73 miles from Waters to Mackinac City. So yeah, it's the former Michigan Central Railroad line. So they've chucked in now as a trail for us. So it can be used by bikers, runners, walkers and snowmobilers. So yeah, the trail is supposed to be very pretty. So we're about to find out as we head north.
So we've got onto the trail this morning at 8:30. So it allows us basically 6 hours to when we're getting picked up by Karen. The cycling should take about 4. Hopefully all going well, as long as I don't have any issues, because it tends to be my bike that the back wheel either blows spokes or I get a flat. But yeah, at this stage it leaves a little bit of time to get to the Sheboygan Brewery and have a beer and maybe a burger when we get to our final destination before we get picked up. So yeah, hopefully the trail's like this all the way. The word is it's predominantly downhill from Gaylord all the way to Sheboygan. So fingers crossed. How you doing?
Good. Nice that we're under the tree canopy at the moment. It's going to be a warm day.
You know what happens? Shenanigans.
pretty is this? So we're just arriving into Wolverine. And literally, as you can see, we're on the old rail trail. How cute. So this is the old depot at Wolverine. I said to Brett while I was reading the sign, educating myself, just said, why don't we have a coffee here? And he's trying to tell me it's shut.
4th of July.
Yeah, but the flags are out. Come on, people. But it is the 4th of July, so yeah, it could honestly be shut. He's having a good look. Oh no, he's coming back. He's saying it says closed, Rachel. Gutted. Hey, Trevor.
I saw a sign for sweet cherries at the bunker, but I haven't seen the bunker.
I saw that too. But no, I was just going to ask the question, has anyone checked out if the pub or the brewery we're stopping at the end of our 80 kilometres is actually open today, July the 4th?
I checked its hours on Google Maps.
Brett knows that.
And it's adjusted its hours for today. So
Yes.
from what I see, it is definitely open. But
Okay, so tip of the day. And Brett knows this, I've told him many a times. Google Maps, when you look up on Google Maps a restaurant, cafe, an establishment, Google Maps is not run by that particular establishment. So it doesn't mean to say that those hours are correct to that cafe's opening times or brewery or winery. So tip of the day is to actually go on their website and always check their website, because we have been called out a lot. So as we leave Wolverine, we are about 30 kilometres into our journey, so we have 50 k's to go. And this is what the track's like now, and it's nice and smooth. I'm having a little bit of a giggle to myself just going past Brett then, and I see that he's checking something on his phone. I think he's in a little bit of panic mode that maybe that brewery that we're stopping at the end to be picked up by Karen and Gary, maybe it's not open. And he's starting to probably think, I better have a second availability of a place for us to go have something to eat or drink. So we actually told Karen and Gary that we'd meet them at 2:30. We've got 80 kilometres. We're working on 20k an hour, so 4 hours of cycling, but we started at 8:30 this morning, and that gives us an extra 2 hours to stop, have coffee, take photos, video like this, and yes, it gives us plenty of time. So we really do want something open at the other end, so when we arrive a little bit earlier, we can actually have some lunch. So that's the plan, Stan. How beautiful is this? Gorgeous day to be out on the bike. Woohoo! Halfway. 42 kilometres in, and it has been stunning. It has been pretty much this the whole entire way, which is just a really fine gravel, and yeah, just beautiful. Under shade probably 80% of the time, which is great because today is quite warm. And hopefully the next town we get to, which is
Indian River,
there might be something open for us to have a bit of a stop and a coffee. So we have come and we are in Indian River, and we are at Christopher's Cafe, and I see here it has been open since 1942. Wow.
82 years.
82 years. That's good going. What do we got going on out there?
I think it's Lake Huron. Now Rachel has swam in 3 of the Great Lakes, so I think it's only fitting she dipped her body into Lake Huron.
Yep.
And then it leaves Lake Superior, which apparently is incredibly cold. It doesn't, I think at its warmest, it's 58 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 degrees Celsius at its warmest.
Come for it. phone out videoing, all these landings or docks that you can see for boats, this is all private land. So across the road are the people's houses. So there's a house, there's a road, and then there's the beach, of course. So this belongs to them. This land here belongs to each house on the other side of the road. So it is not public land, it's all private property. So that's very different from New Zealand. You would have to have a house right here for that to be your property. So yes, that's pretty cool. So that's why when we come along here, we get to see fire pits. They've got their chairs set up, things set up for themselves. Yeah, cool way to live at the lake. So, a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit also filming and doing these vlogs back to our family and friends in New Zealand, and friends we've got all around the world, of course. Sorry about the video quality and the sound quality at times. We just use my phone. That is it.
Too tight to buy a GoPro.
Yeah, don't have a GoPro, sorry. Don't have mics, don't have stands, tripods, nothing like that. Sorry about the sound quality and the video footage, but you get what you get. So we're about 7 minutes out from Sheboygan and from our brewery. You may not even be able to hear me with the wind.
Isn't it great? We love a challenge, and it tends to always be a headwind, whether it be RAGBRAI or any of the trails we do.
This is correct. I can say we're 7 minutes out and we're at, what are we, 76 k's, I think my watch says. Alright, go across the road.
Good left and right.
Cool. I can say that my ass is ready to hop off the seat. What's happening, Brett?
Road closure. We have to cycle 79 kilometres back, I'm telling Rachel.
I'm always up for a challenge. Well, so we've made it. So I just spotted this just down the road from the brewery and I went, wow, look at this for an old church and just the design. It's like, wow, it's sort of, for me, very Spanish, Mexican. That is just crazy cool. Crazy cool. Cheers. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and as I leave you with our last night at Lake Manistee, I hope you can see the beauty we have found while exploring Michigan. Our hearts have been filled again with the generosity shown to us from strangers that opened their home to us and shared a piece of their paradise. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Karen, Gary, Kathleen, Lily and Rosemary, for your kindness. If you've enjoyed seeing our adventures in Michigan, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you can see what else Michigan has to offer. I have this very strange feeling we will be in this state for quite some time. So, till next time, see you later.
Taste beer.
I could taste beer too. Oh, best not jump off this one like you did as a kid.
Might not bounce.
No.